this is a big upgrade. If you have used our V1 APIs, you had to either secure these private keys on your own, or you had to use our server signer infrastructure, which could get pretty complex. You have to maintain your own AWS account and so on. So this is a much better experience. Coinbase is managing all of that private key infrastructure for you. The second thing is we have sub-second latency APIs. Again, comparing with V1 APIs, you would remember that you had to do all these private key signing within your SDK, and it required multiple API calls to get through a transaction signing. Versus here, it is slightly different. All of this is managed in Coinbase infrastructure, which means the latency is pretty good. We are already able to give like sub 500 millisecond performance on wallet creation and signing, and also we are working on some of these improvements on our side to make it much better. As you mentioned, we have day one support for EVM and Solana. We have multi-network support. So even for EVM, if you have used our V1 SDK, you had to have multiple wallets per chain. So you had to have like a base wallet. You had to have like an Ethereum mainnet wallet, which is different. The really nice thing about V2 APIs is that you can just have one EVM wallet that works across all chains. The fourth point is we support EOA and smart accounts in CDP Wallets V2. This means that you can create externally owned addresses. You could also create account abstraction wallets that are 4337 compliant using our APIs. Another differentiating factor is you can earn up to 4.1% rewards on USDC held in CDP accounts. This is a loyalty program which is funded by Coinbase. This is also available on V1, and happy to say that we are also extending this to V2. On-chain USDC rewards are available on balances held in CDP wallets on any supported networks. The other cool feature is we allow you to import existing wallets. So you can think of a scenario where you have an external wallet, which is either from another third-party wallet provider, or you are managing the private key for that wallet today. But if you want to use these nice features that we have, you can actually import those private keys into our trusted execution environment and start using these features through CDP SDK. We support this for EVM today, and also expecting to support Solana pretty soon. Another point is VM compatibility. EVM accounts in the V2 wallet API can be used directly with VM. So this means that you can use any of these abstractions that a VM provides. You can use through CDP SDK. This is also a really nice feature, an upgrade that we didn't have in V1. Similar to V1, we also provide EC APIs for transfers, on-ramps, swaps, etc. These are higher level abstraction APIs. So you can make like a single API call to do transfers, or fund your wallets, swap assets in your account, and so on. A really cool thing that we did not have in V1 is a robust Web3 policy engine. So in CDP wallets, you can define policies on your account. Policies are a way to govern your account behavior. You can set policies at both like an account level or at like a project level. When you set a behavior at a project level, it applies to all the accounts in your project. Now, what are some of these behaviors? It could be around allow listing addresses, or deny listing addresses. It could be based on transaction limits. So let's say you want to limit the financial risk of your transactions by capping the transaction values on your transfers. You could do that. And we are also working on some really nice features on our policy engine, which is going to make it more feature rich. Last but not the least, we really value developer experience on testnets. So very happy to say that we have a faucet for all critical testnet assets, both on EVM and Solana. We have also made a ton of other improvements in terms of availability on our faucet. And also our faucets are available through CDP portal, and also programmatically you can use our SDK to get testnet tokens.
Awesome. Just wanted to step in here to just talk a little bit like what all those features mean and what you can build. So what are some of the use cases for these wallets? So there are a few, but the crux of it is around secure on-chain automation. Any process that you want automated on-chain, CDP Wallets is going to be a good fit. So let's take a few examples. Mass payouts. If you are running an on-chain protocol that requires payments to a large number of people, or a large number of addresses on some regular cadence, or even if it's just one time, CDP Wallets is a great choice. You can use your smart account feature to batch calls and also even subsidize the gas for these mass payouts. So for instance, if you're making payroll on chain, using CDP Wallets is a great choice. Yield management, right? On-chain automation. Yield management is one example where you want to pay out on your protocol the amount of tokens that are, let's say, stored in an LP or something like that. This is another great example of that CDP wallets can use. Trading and arbitraging bots. We're actually working on a sample app right now that leverages the newly coming swap API, which we'll talk about, to create an arbitrage bot between on-chain and off-chain exchanges. Because arbitraging naturally is an automated process, you can't do that manually. CDP wallets are a great choice. Airdrop as a service. If you are building some infrastructure to enable providers to airdrop things, or if you are running an airdrop for, let's say, your rewards, for your loyalty protocol, you can use CDP wallets for that. The AI agent space is going to be a huge space for the development of CDP wallets because we believe every agent deserves a wallet. We have CDP wallets integrated into AgentKit, which is our first-class AI agent, on-chain AI agent SDK. So if you want your AI agents to make some payouts, then CDP wallets are a great choice as well. Last is Web3 gaming wallets. If you're building a game and you need a way to move the funds around across the various wallets within your game, then CDP wallets are good too. So anything requiring secure on-chain automation, CDP wallets is the way to go.
All right, I'll step back in and just talk about how V1 wallets versus V2 compares. So I've talked through most of these, but just highlighting some of the core differentiating factors. Security management, V1 used to be a little bit complicated, like you had to manage your own private keys or you had to manage some kind of an infrastructure that manages your private keys. In V2, it's all easy. It's just like a single API call. You don't have to set up any infrastructure on your site. Private key security, this was more developer managed versus in V2, Coinbase takes care of the security of your keys. Authentication, you kind of had to store one secret per account versus in V2, you actually just have like a single secret for all accounts. Here, secret in V1 was more like just the private key of your account. You have to take care of it for every account that you had versus in V2, you have something called a wallet secret, which just is taken care of by just one secret that takes care of all your accounts. Network support we mentioned, V1 was EVM only, V2 is both EVM and Solana. Also the account scope, V1 wallets used to have the single EVM network scope, so you have to manage multiple accounts just for EVM chains versus in V2 that is different. All these features that are listed below, policy engine, transaction batching, gas sponsorship, spend permissions, VM compatibility, all of these were not available in V1. Super excited to support all of these in V2. One thing I want to call out is gas sponsorship. This is especially beneficial if you are creating wallets for your end users. If you have like hundreds of end user wallets, without gas sponsorship, the difficult thing is that you have to manage gas for each of your user transactions. But the really nice thing with our Paymaster support is you could just set up Paymaster, add this in your API calls, and all the gas complexities are taken care of. Also, if you use our CDP Paymaster, you get $600 in credit, and you're also eligible to apply for a bigger credit as you scale. So yeah, this is the V1 versus V2 comparison. If we could move to the next slide. All right, time for a demo. So I wanted to showcase a demo of how to get started with Wallets V2. So you go to our portal, this is portal cdpcoinbase.com. We have this really nice UI here now that allows you to manage your wallets. Okay, let's start again. First, we're going to do a few things. First is we are going to generate a wallet secret for for CDP Wallets. This is a new secret. This secret is what is used to authenticate your requests with the TEE. The really nice feature is that you can also rotate the secret if needed. And the second step is we are going to create an API key for authenticating with our APIs. You can do this on CDP portal. You can create as many keys as you want. You can also set IP rate limiting and other restrictions on your key as needed. We have docs on how to securely manage your API keys. Now, the other thing I wanted to highlight is when you go to this dashboard, you can actually see that when was the last time a wallet secret was created. And a cool feature that we provide is the ability to rotate your wallet secrets. I'm not going through the whole flow here, but if you have a 2FA setup, a secure 2FA like a YubiKey or something set up in your account, you can easily rotate this wallet secret as well. Now I'm going to run through a few examples. The first one is how to create an account. Eric, I'm not sure if you can zoom in a little bit on the video. Here what we are doing is creating an EVM account. As you can see, it's like a single line of code, just cdp.evm.create account. We have created an account here. The next thing I wanted to show is how to create a smart account. So here what we are doing is we are creating first a server account that will be the owner of a smart account. So two simple lines of code, CDP EVM create account and CDP EVM create smart account. As you can see, these are like super fast APIs, happens within sub-seconds. The next example to show is how do you create a Solana account. So Solana is a different namespace in the CDP SDK. So this is cdp.solana.create account. It is going to create this account and give you back an address. A really nice thing that I want to highlight about our APIs is you also can create accounts with name, which is pretty good. So you can actually just give like a user defined account, like name for your account and just retrieve your accounts with that name. Next example, it's a little bit more involved. We are going to send a transaction on EVM with our SDK. We're going to first request some funds from our faucet, and then we're going to use the send transaction SDK method to send some ETH to a destination address. So here, let's go through this example. As I said, there are a few things happening. The first is we're going to create an account, and then we're going to use the CDP faucet to get some ETH. So it is going to take a bit of time. Looks like we are waiting for confirmation on chain to make sure that the funds are confirmed. And once that is confirmed, we're doing a quick transfer. As you can see, everything is happening on Base. Everything is super fast. The next example is we're going to do the same for Solana. So what we're going to do is create a Solana account. And as I said, for V2, we have a Solana faucet as well. So we're going to get some SOL on Solana DevNet into the newly created account. And then we're going to wait until it is confirmed on chain that there is a balance change. And then we're going to go ahead and send a transaction. The way it works in Solana is we're going to use the sign transaction API SDK method on CDP SDK that signs the specific transaction that you have constructed, and then we will be using Solana nodes to broadcast the transaction. So let's go ahead and run the example. It is going to do the same steps. We first created a Solana account. And then we requested for some SOL from the CDP faucet, and then we're going to wait for confirmation of these funds. And then I think it takes a little bit longer to confirm for Solana. Great, we got 0.00125 SOL. Now we're going to go ahead and transfer the SOL to a different address by signing with the CDP SDK and waiting for confirmation on chain. So these are some of the main examples that I wanted to highlight. As you can see, the transaction is completed. But I do want to highlight that if you go to our SDK at github.com Coinbase CDP SDK, you can find examples for all of these on TypeScript and Python on how to create accounts, send transactions. We also have really nice examples of how to create policies. on your account and use them. So definitely check out our report to see other examples. All right, so here I want to just highlight some of the upcoming features. We are going live with our swap APIs early this week. This means that you will be able to swap assets on EVM very easily using our APIs. The second thing is we're going to provide export private key feature. This means that if you want to take the private keys off our platform and you want to take it, import it into MetaMask or Coinbase wallet or any other wallet provider, or you yourself just want to manage your private keys at a later point, you will be allowed to do that. Which is going to be a feature that we have not provided in any other wallet offerings before. So super excited about that. Also working on some performance improvements on our enclave side. As I said, we are already pretty performant compared to our V1 APIs, but even more excited to keep improving those. We also have payment APIs. So this means that if you want to fund your CDP accounts, you have a way to do that programmatically. We only support US debit cards today, but we are working on adding more payment methods like wire, and that feature will also be available soon. The last thing that I'm super excited about is deeper Solana support. We today, if you look at our policy engine, our features are a little sparse with Solana. We want to give deeper integrations with Solana ecosystem. So you will be seeing more of those features coming the way soon. All right, switching back to Yuga.
Cool. Yeah. So just want to highlight this feature, which I think is very unique. We've mentioned this before, but like any USDC you hold in the wallets that you create through the CDP Wallet API, you automatically earn yield on. So I think this is a very unique offering that only Coinbase can offer. Like if you create a bunch of wallets and let's say you're holding a bunch of USDC in them because your protocol requires it, you're automatically making money. This is a program that we're doing. It's sort of like a developer reward program. But it's very unique, and just want to encourage folks to check it out. All you need is, again, a bunch of USDC in your developer wallets, and you also need a Coinbase account because that's how the payouts are made. But yeah, check that out. 4.1 up to 4.1% rewards on USDC. Cool. So that's kind of the big picture of CDP wallets. We have links here, which I'm sure we'll post out in the chat for developer docs, where you can access the SDK, where you can see it in the CDP portal, how much it costs, and all of that. But I think we're going to turn to our partner demos next.
Alrighty, we already have a million questions, but we're going to go through the demos first, so I'm going to send it over to world.fun.
Hey guys, I'm Richard. Part of the all team. World.fun is our platform where we showcase these AI-driven worlds and help launch them. You can see our Twitter here, and then AR Shark Tank is one of the worlds that launched on World.fun and is utilizing the CDP Wallets v2. Next slide. Yep, so it basically stands for Autonomous Worlds Engine. What are autonomous worlds? Basically, they're a Web3 term in 2022 to refer to on-chain gaming and on-chain metaverses. Next slide. So yeah, we were building infrastructure in this space, and in 2024 started delving more into the AI side, and then thinking how to incorporate AI agents right into these digital worlds. So we expanded our team with more tech experience, and they had previous experience from NVIDIA, Google, Tesla, Microsoft, to see how we can incorporate AI agents into these worlds. So that's when we started building AW, which stands for the Autonomous Worlds Engine. Next slide. Yeah, so the Autonomous Worlds Engine is essentially a modular framework to help build and scale these LLM-powered worlds and have multiple agents in them, all acting autonomously. Can go to the next slide. Yeah, so this is kind of just the technical architecture, right? It has different modules for how the agents interact with each other, how the agents interact with the environment in these digital worlds, and then some on-chain elements too, right? Which we use, CDP wallets for some of them. Next slide. Yep. So basically, our platform world.fun, a lot of the worlds that are launching or have launched there, utilize AW. In this year Q1, we demoed a 1,000 agent world that's utilizing these scaling technologies. As you can see, it can when you have lots of agents run by LLMs, the compute costs get really high, latency becomes an issue. So just having a kind of working simulation with autonomous agents is a technical feat. Right now, we're in beta. We've had multiple worlds launch. The different worlds are either like simulations, AI gaming, or AI entertainment. In respect to AI Shark Tank, which is the world that utilizes the CDP wallets. Cool. Next slide.
Hi everyone, this is Ellie from AI.
Yeah, so basically AI Shark Tank is a interactive show where real founders pitch AI agents that are trained off real people. It's essentially like a 3-minute pitch, and then there's a Q&A between the real founders and the AI judges. And after the show ends, the AI judges automatically post their verdicts on chain, and that utilizes the CDP wallets v2 because they're encrypted to ensure that they're tamper-proof, and not manipulated. You can go ahead and play the demo there. Yeah, great. So as you can see here, this is the episode after is where the verdicts are revealed and posted on Twitter. And people can go to Basescan to verify the decisions. So to do so, they'll post the address of the AI judge. So in this case, it was a judge trained on Jesse Pollock. So it's AI Jesse Pollock's address. So they can enter that in Basescan. For the message, it's basically the verdict, that's posted on the next episode with the regarding the specific project. And then they can post the signature hash from the right after the episode finishes. The judges automatically submit their decision on chain, and then that gets revealed in the next episode. So as you can see, this is kind of just like an early use case of AI agents doing an on-chain transaction that's verified. Later on, they'll be could be sending of funds. So say an AI judge really likes a pitch, then they can automatically post their decision and then send funds to a prospective founder's wallet. So I mean, all that's unlocked by the CDP wallet v2 infra. So it's pretty exciting stuff where you can see the beginnings of a agentic ecosystem starting to build. Thanks. Yeah, if any questions, right, I'm sure there'll be some Q&A later.
Thank you, Richard. All right, we're going to pass it over to Bob.
Hi everyone. So what Questflow did is we allow users to orchestrate multiple AI agents and basically ask these AI agents to autonomously taking action for users and kind of automate workflows. So I don't have too much slides, so we can jump directly into the demo. So within this platform, we have two sites. One is the developer platform. So as you can see, this is a multi-agent swarm. You can kind of create a swarm, set up the backgrounds of this swarm, and kind of pull a group of multiple AI agents into this group chats. On top of it, you can also create your own knowledge bases, add your own knowledge or use third-party knowledges to give more context. Also, you can get greetings and shortcuts for these agent swarms. So you want to use these agent swarms. All these agents can be created within this developer platform, and all these agents will also have a CDP Wallet v2 on top of it. So let's go to Twitter agent as example. So in this case, the Twitter agent can do a lot of stuff by like posting tweets, replying to tweets. We not only have version controls, we have the agent wallet automatically getting created using CDP Wallet v2, and also you can see all these basically transactions that the agents have been doing. So you want to use this, what you can do is simply publish to the market, and you will be able to use this multi-agent swarm within the platform. So for the user, how to use this is simply a group chat. Within this group chat, you can see there are multiple AI agents already there, and the user doesn't really need to understand the details. What they need to do is simply describe the user intent, and these agents will be able to kind of work together, autonomously taking actions, and help users to basically get the task done. So this is just an example, right? You can say, hey, like what is launching on virtual net Genesis today, which is a very hot launchpad right now. So what the multi-agent swarm going to do is we'll be able to start figuring out, okay, what are the required AI agents in order to accomplish this task? So the orchestration layer that we're building is the layer that we're going to basically divide and conquer the task. So say, hey, like what are the required agents? What are the required basically workflow sequences, and how these agents can start working together. Yep. So as you can see, these agents start working together, and there's a workflow getting created. This is the visualized part, but behind the scene, what's happening is actually the middle agents, which is we call TARs, or the meta agent, is orchestrating tasks on top of it and also orchestrating the incentive layer behind the scene. So all these agents are getting paid every single time they're working for you. So as you can see, this is kind of getting things done and help you to give you reports. What we can also do, you can say, hey, like just do it automatically every single day. So send me a reminder of these virtual Genesis launches. And what we're going to do is we're going to put schedule agents and also the virtual Genesis agents together in a group and then ask them to start working together. So it's kind of a bit hard to see the details, but what's happening is we set up a schedule agent to kind of do a daily reminder for you. And on top of it, it'll be able to contact the virtual agents to give you a more detailed reports. So this is more on just the action taking side. But on top of it, even more, not only we can do research, not only we can do daily schedule, but also we can have these agents working together and actually posting on Twitter. I see a black screen here. I'm not sure why, but yes. So what's happening is you can put 2 or 3 agents basically within this canvas, and they'll be able to kind of automatically figure out what are the correct workflows, what are the sequence of actions, and how they can kind of get the data from virtual website, schedule a task using your basically Twitter account, and actually taking actions using all these contexts and getting things done basically. But this is just for the user. So the user doesn't really understand, the wallets and all these complicated concepts. But what's happening behind the scene, I will show you a little bit later. It's actually just a dashboard of all these agents start interacting with each other and paying each other and kind of giving the incentives to the agent wallets. While these agents are working, basically whoever is the creator of these agents will be able to kind of do the payouts from these agent wallet as well. So as you can see from this canvas, we are trying to figure out, okay, how can I have the schedule agent working with the virtual Genesis agent, working with the Twitter agent, and in order to actually posting right now, what are the sequence of actions? So it takes some time. Maybe you could jump directly to the end. So one thing led to another. Da, 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 da. Yeah, so this is kind of like the end result, which is all these agents working together, creating a workflow, talking with each other, and getting things done. So the last piece is, I think I show a little bit. Oh, I think it cut out. But basically, what's happening is all these agents, because they have wallet, while they are working together, they will be able to getting paid on chain, and you will be able to verify it on Basescan, all these tools as well. So yeah, feel free to contact us if you have any questions, and everything is live, so you can try it out at questflow.ai as well.
Thank you, Bob. That was awesome. Alrighty, so that brings us to our Q&A section. So we've had a few different questions come in from earlier, so we're going to go through the earlier ones, but if y'all have any questions, especially for our partners, please make sure to put those in the chat. So the first question we had was, when is XMTP wallet-to-wallet chat going to be available in CDP wallets?
I can take this. Yeah, it's a request that comes up from time to time. I think we're in a bit of a wait and see moment for it. I think if there's enough demand for it, we will absolutely put it on our roadmap. But I think our core focus right now is around on-chain automation for like value transfer use cases. But if we find that there's sufficient demand for it, we will definitely put it on our roadmap.
Alrighty, next question we had was pay via near field communication / payment terminal on the radar.
I'm not sure what that means.
Pay near, I'm not sure. Okay,
That NFC touching, just like tap to pay, maybe? Just guessing here.
Got it. Yeah, for those types of use cases, I would definitely refer you to Coinbase Commerce, which is much more closer to the point of payment. But CDP wallets are much more about like on-chain automation via API.
Alrighty, thank you. Someone had asked, can you import pre-existing keyless, self-custodial, non-custodial, or other new special types of wallets like Argent or Bravo to the V2 wallet seamlessly, or will there be any issues?
Great question. We just launched our import account API, which will allow you to import any private keys that you have, whether it's with Argent or Coinbase Wallet or MetaMask, any of those wallets. For EVM, you will be able to import into our APIs, and rest assured, we never see your private keys. We encrypt them across the wire so that from the moment that you input it into the API, we never see your private keys. But yes, we do support importing private keys.
Alrighty, next question. So the organization's CDP account earns the 4.1%. How often does this play out, and what is the process?
Great question. Jazz, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I believe payouts happen once a month. And the process is that you open you just flag your Coinbase retail account with us. So this is Coinbase.com account. And then every month we will input the 4.1% rewards into your Coinbase account as USDC.
Yeah, that's right. The only requirement is that you need to have some USDC balance in your Coinbase retail account in the past. And once you have it, you're all set. The payout happens once a month.
Awesome. All right, here's another great question. Does upgraded from upgrading from CDP Wallets V1 to V2 affect much of the dev and users experience? We have built a whole super app using V1 on testnet and wondering how much work we might have to do to upgrade to V2.
Jazz, you want to take this?
Yeah, great question. So if you are a V1 customer, if you go to our docs, we have a page on how to import accounts, and that makes it that import account page also talks through how you can move funds from basically migrate your V1 wallets to V2. So the process itself is like pretty straightforward. You don't have to do much, just one line of SDK call and it is taken care of. Curious to know what are the different features that you built on the SuperPay. So it's going to depend on that. So some of the features, for example, trading or transfers, all of those are taken care of in V2. It should be straightforward for you to do. If you have some more complex use cases that you did with V1, for example, our staking APIs, those will need some, we don't support staking out of the box on V2. So you will need to do those managed. The other thing is some of those features, currently we are on beta. We are working towards our GA roadmap. So a lot of these new features are also coming up then. If you have some specific questions, it will be good to just chat on Discord, start a thread with us, tell us what your SuperPay app is doing, and we can help you.
Awesome. Okay, so another question came in. Is CDP Wallets V2 production ready?
Yeah, briefly covered this earlier. Last week we hit our beta milestone. Previously, before that, we were in alpha. This means that we do have some guarantees in terms of our APIs. For example, we do make sure that our APIs are always backward compatible and things like that. We are working towards our GA, which is general availability. We are hoping to get to that milestone by end of this month or early next month. But once we get to that milestone, what we are going to assure is a certain availability goal for our APIs. So today, there could be issues with our APIs once in a while. We're still making sure that it's pretty reasonably stable. It's as good as our V1 APIs. But once we get to the GA milestone, we will be able to give you specific numbers on what those SLA guarantees is. But it's definitely production ready, and it's a good time for all of you to start integrating.
Awesome. Okay, so we have a few other questions. Actually, we got a bunch of questions still to go through. So, a user had asked, can users contribute to the docs? If yes, any help with the GitHub link for the CDP docs?
Yeah. Quick point, our AP docs are not open sourced, so unfortunately you cannot track PRs, but definitely reach out on the Wallet API channel and we'll be happy to make those doc changes for you.
Our SDK repo is public, and we have a README in there, which is a really good source of docs too. So if you have any contributions there, please feel free to do so.
Alrighty. So a user had asked, is this all free or is there a cost to it? Would be great to cover over the costs and if there are any common pitfalls that we can avoid.
Yeah, great question. So as of today, the APIs are free. We are going to enable billing over the next week or so. The cost, I believe we have a page that lays out the costs in our marketing pages. But roughly speaking, they're very competitive. I believe we charge about $0.0005. I think I got that right. Yeah, so I think roughly I think half a cent, I believe, per, yeah, there we go. Yeah, $0.005, which is half a cent per wallet operation. And each wallet operation is like signing a transaction, for example. So that'll start going into effect this week. However, also, if you have been an alpha developer, so if you were developing against either of V1 and V2 APIs, you will get some credits. So feel free, that can be applied towards your account. So feel free to reach out to us if you think you are in that bucket.
Awesome. Okay. Developer had asked, is there a link for the Paymaster $600 gas sponsorship credit application?
There
I believe it is
probably is.
also available on the same pricing page. honor paymaster, and there is a, is it not there? Okay, we can find that for you. Okay, thanks, Josh,
Oh,
for
there it
having that
is.
link.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right. Next question we have is, can we read about the swap APIs somewhere?
Great question. Those docs are going to go live, I think, either today or tomorrow. So stay tuned. But swap APIs are going to be very cool. They are optimized swap routers, so you will get roughly best guaranteed price for whatever swap pair that you want. And it's all done with one call, account.swap. That will be going live, and we'll be tweeting about it hopefully today. If not today, then tomorrow.
Exciting. Okay, so it looks like our next questions are about swaps. Is there a plan to allow swaps between chains, like USDC on EVM and Solana?
Yeah, great question. So I think there's two parts to the question. One is around bridging, so the ability to bridge assets, for instance, USDC across EVM and Solana. And then there's a separate question around swaps of like swapping assets interchain. I think the rough answer is we do have plans to support both over time, and that is going to be dependent on customer demand. Base to Solana is absolutely a use case that's top of mind for us, especially for bridging. So the more you can flag with us like that's a feature that you want, the more that we'll be able to prioritize it.
Alrighty, next question we have is, do we only earn rewards on USDC in our developer wallet, not on all USDC across CDP v2 wallets created for users on the platform?
So from our perspective, we can't tell whether a CDP wallet was created for developers' use or for your end users' use. So we just count the amount of USDC that is in all the CDP wallets that you've created. Some of them you may be using for end user purposes, others you may be using for your own purposes. But we're agnostic to that. So we just count all the CDP wallets you created. We just track all the USDC in all of those wallets, and then we aggregate that, compute the reward rate, and then disperse the funds to your account. So it doesn't matter to us what purpose you're using those wallets for.
Thank you. Okay, so last question about the yields. Okay, can we get yields paid to a corporate Coinbase account rather than retail? This is relating to tax purposes.
Right now, no, that's an interesting request. But right now, the payments are to the retail account.
Thank you. Okay, it looks like we've gone through most of our questions. If anybody else has another question, please feel free to post them. Or if I missed your question, please repost it, and then we'll go over those. Because we are approaching the end. So if you have any last minute questions, please send those over. So Google has asked, how do I become a CDP partner?
I'm not sure what a CDP partner exactly is, but I think if the general spirit of the question is how can you work more closely with us, first I'd say come into the Discord. Wallet API is the channel in the CDP Discord server. Start asking questions. If like there's a specific product you're working on that uses CDP wallets, please feel free to reach out via the Discord, and we can get you in touch with the business development team and figure out if there are opportunities to collaborate. We're eager to have you build your secure on-chain automation flows and apps using CDP wallets. Reach out through the Discord, and then we can get you connected to the right people.
Alrighty. How soon do you expect exportable wallet keys?
Yep, we are actively working on it, expecting to land this feature by end of this week or early next week. Keep an eye out on our Discord channel.
Awesome. Let's see if there are any more questions. This is in relation to sponsoring a hackathon. I don't know if we are able to answer that question here. Jace has a specific question about SUI ecosystem and whether we plan on working with them in the future.
Sui, I think our general approach is to pick a few networks that we know that developers love. So, we're starting out with EVM and Solana and gradually expand out. We think there's like a lot of value just in those ecosystems and so many developers working on them. Over time, I can see us adding additional networks, but I think our initial focus is going to be around the EVM and Solana ecosystems.
Thank you. Okay, so any last questions? We are approaching time. We'll take one more question. I think someone had a question about transfers. Philbert. All right. Israel with the last question. Can users, oh, actually we did already discuss, can users contribute to the docs? You had mentioned that the SDK you are able to contribute. And let me link the channel as well. Okay, I think Phil was going to ask the question about transfers, and then that will be the last question we take for today's event. In the meantime, if y'all have any other questions or think of other questions, please make sure to go to our specific Discord channel. Make sure to ask those on here.
Awesome. Is that a wrap?
I
Ellie?
think it is, yes. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you, Yuga, Jazz, Richard, Eric, Bob. This was super exciting. Like I mentioned, this is recorded. It'll be on YouTube. It's on X as well. So if you missed any portions, please make sure to just go have a look at those. I'll be linking the YouTube channel here. But yeah, thank you all so much. And we can continue the discussion in our wallets channel here. Awesome. Well, thank you, everyone, and we'll see you guys in the next one.